CCTV facility in West London. Good morning to both of you. Can I ask you first of all, Chief Superintendent Mick Johnson, to explain exactly what a super recogniser is?
Well, I suppose in old money, it's what we used to call the really good thief taker. It's the person that can actually identify people who are either wanted for crime or are likely to be involved in crime. And people like Pat here, who've got that amazing ability to do so, we've now harnessed that and put it into one place so that we can actually use it to better effect.
So, Pat, I presume then you knew from a very early age that you had this amazing ability to see a face and recognise it. When did you first start to realise that you were able to do it?
It's always really been there, but definitely since I joined the job around 11 years ago, I've had a knack for recalling wanted offenders from looking at CCTV.
There's some new research that's been produced by Harvard University that goes to prove that actually there are people that can really recognise faces. For example, we've heard reports of people recognising someone they saw in a supermarket next to them several months later. Has that been your experience?
Definitely the case, and quite frequently as well.
And so how did your bosses at the police begin to realise that you had this skill? Did you start to sort of stand out as an excellent collector of criminals?
I don't know about that, but I've definitely, from when I started, I was fairly good at picking out faces from CCTV and definitely on the streets, and now to the super recogniser list.
And Chief Superintendent Mick Johnson, I presume having somebody like this in your team makes policing an event like the Notting Hill Carnival somewhat easier. You'll both be sitting in the CCTV headquarters in West London. Will you looking at all the screens, looking out for those key faces?
That's correct. We have a number of officers that have got this skill. And we really identified them after the August 2011 disturbances, where we realised that by actually putting them in one place and giving them some real direction around what we wanted them to try and achieve, we then actually achieved what we wanted, which was actually catching the criminals that were out on the streets. And also, for when we've got them on an event like Notting Hill Carnival, not only can we catch those that commit crime, we can actually prevent those that might be intent on committing crime. So it's a double win for us, really.
I suppose, Pat, there's a lot of pressure on for you then over the weekend. How do you go about preparing for doing that? Because I take it you can't take your eyes off the CCTV cameras for hours at a time.
It's difficult enough off duty getting away from it, so it tends to happen down the street when you're off duty, so usually I enjoy it anyway. I take a proactive interest, so we just wait for the day.
And does it involve lots of homework? Are you going home each evening this week studying those pictures, or have you already got them stored in your memory bank?
They're in the memory, they're in the memory.
Memory, okay. And what's your success rate? Do you think you've got quite a good accuracy measure?
If I'm identifying people, it's not far off 90%, so in and around there.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we wish you all the very best of luck, and we hope that the Notting Hill Carnival goes off very successfully over the weekend. Thank you both very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, you're watching